Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Frank Smith in green. Luck at the Irish. Katie Taylor had the luck of the Irish and more, powering her to victory over in the rematch against Chantelle Cameron. Talk me through that performance. It was something else.
Look, firstly, unbelievable night. Honestly, one of probably the best sporting events I've ever been to in terms of atmosphere in that venue. And credit to both of them, because like they did in the first fight, they brought it, and we said it would be a better fight than it was in the first fight, and it was. And Katie Taylor, she went straight back in there, and she I think she deserved to win that tonight. But Chantelle Cameron showed immense heart. She went in there, and brilliant performance from Chantelle Cameron as well. So there's a lot of talk about that third fight. I think it's we could see it.
I know you're not the breakdown man, but on this occasion I might need you to beat that man. What was the difference between Katie Taylor the first time around and this time around on this night?
You answered your question there. I'm really not the breakdown man. I sit and watch boxing, and I watch entertaining fights, and that was an entertaining fight. I'm not sitting there scoring it. Katie boxed obviously better than she did in the first fight. Chantelle Cameron brought it as well. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you what the two of them did different, because that's really not my area of expertise. Okay,
fair enough. There were two contentious points in the fight, though. First of all, Katie Taylor was sent crashing to the camera. She rose back up. Was it a knockdown?
I haven't watched it back. I thought it could have been a knockdown at the time. The ref made his decision, but we'll have to watch it back, I'm sure. But yeah, probably on first glance for me. But again, like I say, the ref obviously made his decision. Watch it back and go from there.
The headbutts, the head clashes there. Could Katie have been deducted a point? And did this change the fight for Chantelle?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe at times a little bit withholding in there. I'm not sure about the head clashes and headbutts, but maybe at some points could have been, something from the ref earlier about holding. But look, I think Katie boxed brilliantly, and Chantelle gave it all. Look, I don't want to. Katie came back in here after a tough defeat in her first ever defeat against Chantelle Cameron in her hometown, in her homecoming. Chantelle, in the first place, showed a lot of heart to come here, and then to come back the second time round. And I just want to, like I say, commend them both, because it was an amazing night of sport, and exactly what we need.
Katie, a warrior indeed. She says she's open for the trilogy. Croke Park, can that happen?
I think so. Look, we've had a lot of talks with Croke Park. It's been very public in the past. I'm confident that we can make it happen. Look, I think right now Chantelle will obviously feel like it was a closer fight. Look, I think the 98-92 scorecard, I believe it was, that was quite wide. But look, I think as time goes on over the next coming days, weeks, maybe even a month or so, I think that's the fight we'll work to make happen. I think right now there's obviously feeling that it came back here and it didn't go their way, obviously for Chantelle, but it was a great fight, and I'd love to see the trilogy, and I'm sure a lot of people would, and I'm sure it would sell out that stadium.
Where does Amanda Serrano figure in these plans?
We'll see. Look, there's a lot of great fights to be made. I think the trilogy is something that Katie's stood there and said. We've tried to make the Serrano fight a few times, obviously, which again has been very public. I'd love to see that fight as well. But I think right now, as we sit here today, the preference would be the trilogy. So we'll have to see.
A couple of things, keeping this short and sweet. It's been announced that DAZN have the pay-per-view broadcast rights worldwide for the day of Reckoning. Congratulations on getting that over the line.
It wasn't me. I like to take the credit for things, but not for things I didn't do. Look, it was obviously work going on in the background. And great to get the announcement out there. DAZN is the home of boxing. Quite clearly, you can see, look at the run we've got, starting off many months ago, but, with tonight, next week, we go to Belfast with Conlon against Gill. We got, obviously Golden Boy got Ryan Garcia against Duarte, a brilliant fight. December 9th, we got Haney Prograis in an unbelievable fight in the 140 division. December 6th to 15, Jake Paul. Not for everyone, but for some boxing fans. December 16, obviously Sonny Edwards, Jesse Rodriguez, I think one of the fights of the year in boxing. And December 23 to top it all off, probably one of the biggest cards we've ever seen in boxing, the most stacked card in boxing. And yeah, it is really the home of boxing. And we've worked very hard to get to this point. DAZN have worked very hard, and fair play. But I can't wait to finish the year with a bang.
Lastly, bringing this back to Katie Taylor, where does her achievements now, undisputed in 2 weights, now holding 2 weight belts, undisputed, where does that figure in Matchroom's work that they've done with fighters across the board?
Yeah, look, it's a massive part of the journey, you know, to start from day one and build to this point here. And like I say, to, you know, create an atmosphere in an event like tonight, you know, it was very special. And Katie Taylor's done a tremendous job. But like I say, it takes both of them to get in there and do that tonight. So you have to commend them both. But yeah, fair play to Katie Taylor, 2-time undisputed, or 2-weight undisputed champion of the world, and a special night.
Cheers, Frank. Roll on Belfast.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it.